Anyone there? Let's see what I found.
Yeah. You can be anything you want. You can be everything you choose. Do not.
Hey ladies and gents, you know who here. Alright, so I went by one of my favorite shops in my local area, To Be Continued Comics. Thank you, Frank. Let me show you what comics I found today. Hey, you can't find a Crow #1 from 1989? Well, guess what? Maybe you can find the Crow, the 1 in 10 variant from McFarlane from 1999. Cool cover. This is a 1 in 10 variant from the regular Crow series from Image Comics. This book is low distribution, not rare. Thank you, Carl from Ion Comics, who sold me this comic. Appreciate it, bud. This book is difficult to find in CGC 9.8. With this book, this is probably a, fine, very fine book. This book will run you probably about between $50 and $100. And I know that 9.8, there was a sale and it was around 600 bucks. I believe there ever is a Crow reboot movie, whenever that is in the future, this book could really do pretty well. If you see this book in any kind of grade and the price is relatively cheap, this is probably a good get. This is a really good spec, guys. And Crow, the original Crow series, you can find that, get that one too. All right, I'm a big horror movie fan, and I found this one, Leprechaun #1. This is by Blue Water Comics. Not really a spec book, not really his first appearance either. It's a 2009 book. Yeah, I just saw it and it was cheap, so I had to pick it up. Pure cover buy. Okay, these next group of books are made possible by Daryl at To Be Continued Comics. Thanks, Daryl. Where the hell's Frank? I never see Frank anymore. Anyway, let's get to the comics. I picked up Alias 24. As a matter of fact, if you ever see a collection of Alias comics, the 2 issues you rarely ever come across are issue 1. That's the first appearance of Jessica Jones. It was made popular during her Netflix series. And this is issue number 24. The first appearance of the Purple Man. The Purple Man is a character, I guess her first big villain in her series on Netflix. Anyway, really good book. This book will run you probably about $10 to $20 raw. Good series, awesome David Mack artwork. I recommend this as a really good book to read. If your comics need to be pressed, I recommend Basement Comics. I've used them for a long time. They've been around for years. They have a fast turnaround time. And if you do contact them, tell them Rob sent you. Okay, this next book's kind of cool too. This is Amazing Fantasy 10. And this is the first appearance of Vampire by Night. Now her name is Nina Price, and she's the niece of Jack Russell. And for those who don't know who Jack Russell is, he's Werewolf by Night. Now if we see Werewolf by Night in some kind of series, we're probably going to see her. So this book will run you about $40 to $50 or so. And right now it's not popular because there really is no buzz about her yet. But if you see this one in the low price bin, like I did, thanks to Daryl, I got a really good deal on this book. Thank you, sir. I think it's a really good spec right now. I'd also like to thank Daryl for having Mr. Frake there. I don't buy much comic art or art at all, and I've never seen Ice Age before, but thank you, Mr. Frake, for the sketch. Hey, if you ever consider selling a comic collection, you might want to consider Infinity Comics. They'll buy collections large or small, and sometimes individual books. And if you do contact them, tell them your pal Rob sent you. This next comic's pretty cool. King Size Annual Avengers number 10. The first appearance of Rogue. A book that I have, I think so far, at least 5 copies of, and I'm gonna still buy them if I can find them for under 100 bucks. This one's in fine plus condition. I think it's a great spec. She's an important mutant. Remember, she steals Captain Marvel's powers. And she's a wrecking machine. I like the character. She's kind of edgy. And this book, once again, can be had still relatively cheap. And when we see her, this book will no longer be cheap, ladies and gentlemen. This is a book I recommend as an excellent spec. Now this next book I had to get, because this book is a doozy. You know, thanks to Daryl at To Be Continued Comics, we had one in stock, and here it is. Marvel Spotlight, number 5, the first appearance of the Ghost Rider. The reason why I got this was I read on a website, a collecting app, there's a rumor that we might see Johnny Blaze in the next Doctor Strange movie, so I had to get it. This book is getting more and more expensive, you know, as the days go by. So, when I bought this, I thought the price was here, but then Daryl told me the price is here. But I still had to buy it, because this is an important book. He's a major character in the Marvel Universe. Been around, you know, for a couple of years, obviously. It's a Bronze Era book. This one's in, this is like in good plus condition. It's got some issues, but it's complete. And this book will run you probably about $7.50 or more, you know, which was a lot of money. Anyway, great book, great spec. He's here to stay. Marvel Spotlight 5. I recommend it. It's a great spec. I hope you guys like the comics. I'll see you soon.
We bring the vibes here. We full of life, you keep the change, keep the change. They hate and say we went and changed. Why stay the same? You must be blinded by the